Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and if you've watched any of my previous videos, like those videos and share those with your friends. So today I decided to paint a flower and I chose an Anthurium because Anthurium is one of my most favorite flowers because of it's very structured. What they call this, like the body of the flower is just structured, and it's like looking at a sculpture. Really, when you look at those flowers, they're not very busy looking flowers, very minimalistic. That's what I love about them the most. So I'm going to do my best in linking in the description box below the reference image for this painting tutorial, because I'm not really sure if I could still find the link to this. I'm gonna do my best anyway. But if I don't, I will make sure that this will be an easy tutorial for all of you so that all of you can enjoy the process of painting. So we will only be using a few colors today, which is also the good thing about this painting. So here are the colors that I'll be using for today's tutorial. We have brilliant red, orange, black, mid yellow. You can use cadmium yellow for this one, titanium white, and tiny bit of phthalo green. So let's begin now. For the sketch part, I'm just gonna use my orange because this Anthurium flower is actually an orange Anthurium. So you can actually use red, but I've been using a red for my Anthurium flower, so this time I just changed the colors. So yeah, let's proceed to sketching the subject now. I'm gonna dab onto my orange. And roughly, I'm just gonna sketch where my subject is gonna go. Alright, so that's basically the shape of the Anthurium. And I'm gonna underpaint this subject using, I'm gonna use some muted orange. So I'm just actually deciding just now. I really haven't figured out how to do this, but I'm just gonna use muted orange. I'm gonna dab onto my black like this. So it's like muted dirty orange, and I'm gonna use that to underpaint. You can actually use a bigger brush for this because for the sake of time, I'm actually using a small brush, so I might change it. I'm just gonna use the colors. I'm gonna use up the colors on my brush, and I'm gonna switch to a more big brush so that it will be, time-wise, it will be quite fast for us to finish. So I'm gonna use again my orange and tiny bit of black to mute the colors. Alright, So you see the benefit of using big brushes, especially in the underpainting process. I think it's really good because you get the job done without, you know, spending so much time on it. That's usually my purpose. So I'm gonna make some adjustments later. If I like this one, I think I'm gonna make it quite fuller, like that. Okay, and I'm just gonna continue underpainting it. Remember that this is the underpainting, so this is not the exact color that we want to see in our painting later. I'm gonna get my red. I'm gonna mix a tiny bit of red to my orange black mixture, and I'm gonna apply it right here. So even if this is an orange Anthurium, there are some hints of red on the flower. Okay, again, just this area will be a little dark. I think this is too dark, so I'm just gonna make some adjustments because this is the back of the flower. I think this is too dark, but again, the underpainting is supposed to be darker than the actual color, so it's alright. I'll just make the adjustments later as I go. Alright, like that. And then again, some orangey colors, darker colors right here. Alright, also here. Alright, like that. So that's basically the underpainting for this Anthurium. Actually, I made it quite dark, really. So I think I'm gonna add more orange. I'm just gonna mix my red and yellow. I'm just gonna lighten things up a bit. I don't know if I'm darkening it or I'm lightening it actually, but I'm just gonna do another layer of underpainting just to be sure that the color is quite solid. Okay. I'm gonna get my yellow. I'm not washing my brush. I'm just gonna apply the colors as is without washing my brush. Again, yellows. Okay, again, some mid yellow. Okay. Again, more yellows this area. Alright. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to my small square brush. I'm just gonna get my black and I'm going to paint. Is this the stalk? The stalk? Just like that. All right, just like that. So basically we've underpainted it. So I really think this will be an easy subject painting for all of us. I don't know, if I go into details and I obsess over this, maybe this will be really, this will be not a beginner type of painting. I don't know. Let's see, guys. Underpainting wise, it's quite easy because I've already identified the basic colors that I see. And now we proceed to detailing and fixing some areas proportion wise. So I'm just gonna get my yellow using my square brush. I'm gonna dab it onto my white. I'm gonna get a tiny bit of black just to meet the color down, but more yellow, all right? Maybe add a tiny bit of orangey color. So it's like this. It's just a mixture of everything that you find on your palette. I'm gonna use this to redefine the shape and the divisions of my subject. Like that. I'm gonna use the same color. Right, like that. Okay, now I'm going to make some brownie color. I'm gonna mix my orange and black, all right? And with the mixture of a yellow, or with some yellow, maybe red. So it's just like brownie color. If you have your burnt sienna, you can actually use it. But I forgot to bring my burnt sienna here from my storage room. So I'm just gonna stick to the colors that I have here. I'm just gonna mix the colors to get the color that I need. So if you have burnt sienna, use that. But me, I'm mixing red, black, orange, and yellow to get some brownie color. That's the benefit of being lazy sometimes. You know, you you get to make use of what you have. Since you're lazy, you don't wanna disturb yourself while in the middle of painting. I might as well use the colors that I have here, since I know how to use them. Okay, like that. And I'm going to add black, all right, just to create some indent. Like that. All right. I'm gonna spread it a bit like this to create some depth. Okay, switch to brownie color again. All right. Okay, using some brownie colors. Right, like that. And then we will do the detailing later, right? This is just the part 2 of our detailing portion. So I'm gonna get my cadmium yellow. mixed with white. Okay. Tiny bit of the brownie color that I have here. It's like this. And let's start making that, what do you call that? That part of the flower that, you know what I mean, guys. The centermost part of this flower. I might make some adjustments later because yeah, I'm going to reshape this area, but basically that is that part of the flower. Okay, so we've already underpainted it. Now I'm gonna get my green, phthalo green. I'm gonna apply it right here on the tip of this flower. And hints of green right here, but not too much. All right, like that. I'm gonna allow the paints to dry first. Let's move on to more detailing. Okay, so let's go back to the orangey color that we already have here. The underpainting for the Anthurium. So just get your orange. If you don't have, just mix yellow and red. Okay. Should it's more, yeah, like that. We're going to go in between, like that. So basically we're deleting some portions of those brown lines by going in between. I hope I'm making sense, guys, like that. So we're deleting this tiny portion, and then we're going to delete that as well, like that. I call delete. It is probably a computer term, but I'm just calling it delete. I'm gonna get my yellow. Okay, more yellow. Some more highlights. Okay, more browns. I'm gonna water it down. So I think I'm right, you know, when I told you guys that underpainting wise, this painting is for beginners, but as I go into detailing, I think this is not really a beginner type, but still, if you're a beginner and you're enjoying this and you find it quite easy, then by all means, don't listen to what I'm saying that this is a beginner type, because it's a self-limiting belief, right? It's just that I don't want to sound like I'm lying to you guys. Like I'm saying that this is a beginner and then I'm using a lot of techniques that beginners don't find quite easily. I mean, quite easy. So it's really up to you. Actually, easy and difficult, there are relative terms that vary from one person to another. So it's really up to you how to treat this one. It's just my opinion. So I'm going to apply my red color right here, and I'm going to use my fingers to apply it quite evenly on the canvas, like that. Like that. Actually, the black paint is still there, but it's all right. Okay, like that. I'm gonna get my white. Okay. I'm gonna lighten this edge. Okay, I think I need more orange because I already ran out of orange. Going to get my orange, I'm gonna add white so that it's pale orange. I'm gonna use that on this part. Also here. Again, just use pale orange. Like that. Also here. Maybe I'm gonna add yellow. Okay, I'm gonna get orange and create some dark orange. I'm gonna get my yellow, okay, and then white and some brownie color just to tone the yellowness. Okay, I'm gonna add black. I'm gonna use that to make some highlights. Actually, this is too light. Okay, I'm gonna get my white, mix that with red to create some pinky color. Start creating some details. I'm gonna get some white. Okay, I'm gonna lighten this area. Before we go into more detailing, let's just highlight this area. Okay. I need more yellow. Okay, I need more yellow. And I want to check how this looks like. All right, fully, like, it's still raw, super raw and too dark. So I'm just gonna get my yellow again. I'm gonna mix this with white and black. And then I'm gonna add a tiny bit of red and then yellow. Again, yellow and then white. Tiny bit of black. So just adjust until you reach this stage, like this creamy, yellowy browny color, right? Going to use this on the edge, like that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna mix this with orange so that I blend the colors. I'm applying some orangey color. And I think I need to adjust the shape of this, like that. So with orange and red, just go around, just go inside those tiny indents. Like that. Yeah. I hope you understand what I'm doing. So this area as well should be a little dark. Okay, and this area should not be too dark. So I'm gonna glaze it with some orangey color. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out. I'm gonna allow the paints to dry before I glaze it. let's proceed to doing this one. I'm going to use a more pointy brush for that one. So I'm gonna get my mid yellow and then white. Okay, let's go make some like dots. Like that. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna get my pure white. Right, like that. Okay, I'm gonna allow that first to dry before I glaze some colors over it. Alright, this is pretty dry. I can do the glazing that I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna get a fairly, it's actually pointy because it's old, not because it's pointy at the time I bought this one, but I'm just gonna use this brush to kind of glaze this area with some browny, orangey, yellowy color that we already have here. It's like creamy browny color. And I'm gonna use this to glaze it, okay? So be very careful with this step because this might not work for everyone. It depends on the amount of control that you apply on your hand. Okay, and same goes right here. Okay, I'm going to get some orangey colors. I'm gonna mix that with white. To be honest, this will involve a lot of glazing over, guys. So forgive me if I will be spending most of the time going back on certain areas many times. Okay, I'm gonna use my pointy brush. I'm gonna get my pure white. Again, I'm going back. Certain areas. I'm going to darken this area. So I'm gonna use orange and black. Also here. And I'm going to define the shape. Here's my small square brush. I'm just gonna use my small square brush. And then I'm going to darken. Some areas. Okay. Especially areas near the center of the flower because it has depth. Okay. So to represent depth, we need to create darker colors. I think I'll fix this one like that. Okay. Let's try to fix this one. I really want to wait for the paint to fully dry before I do glazing, because I don't want to ruin any paint. So I'm just gonna, while waiting, I'm just gonna clean. Okay, let's clean some areas using pure white. You don't have to do this step, it's just that I'm waiting for the paint to dry, so I might as well do something about the painting that does not concern glazing. Oh, by the way, we haven't done this part. I'm gonna get my phthalo green. I'm gonna mix that with tiny bit of yellow. All right, let's go highlight this part. It's not too much, don't overdo that. Okay, and I think, yeah, this is pretty dry. I'm just gonna use this phthalo green to go back here. Like that. I'm gonna get my pure yellow or mid yellow. I'm gonna glaze it like that. Again, get my white. Actually, the yellow is still there. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna remove the tape because it's kind of limits your view, right? And even limits me from actually going over the margins. Oops, too sensitive. All right. All right. Now let's start glazing, because I really need to glaze this. Okay, before that, let's create some yellowy browny color. Okay, and then I'm gonna use that, but I'm gonna water down to start the glazing process. Okay. So when we glaze, we don't really paint over the paints that we've already put on the canvas. We're just trying to give it some light play. Also, do not forget to highlight this part. I'm gonna get my white and highlight some areas. Okay, now I'm going to use my pointy brush. I'm going to go around those highlights, all right? So I'm gonna use my black and red combination, all right? Just go around, okay, those highlights. So it's like outlining it like that. Going to water down this and apply some glazing like that. All right. I need to glaze some more because I'm like that, guys. I'm like that. Okay, I'm just gonna use my small square brush. I'm going to get my orangey color. But this time I'll be adding a tiny bit of white to my orange. And then water. Let's see if this is going to work because Okay, I think I need more glazing right here. It's too dark. It's too dark. It's too deep. I'm gonna get my orange and remove that harsh lines. Okay. We don't want that. I kind of don't like that. So just glaze it with some orange to remove the harshness of the dark colors. It's too dark. And I'm sorry if my canvas is moving. I've already removed the tape because I want a clear view of what I'm doing. Just gonna use my light orange. I'm gonna get some pure yellow. And then some reds. I'm going to get some white. Go back to highlighting. Again, let us just clean. Okay, I added some pink line like that. And with some brownie colors, let's add more depth. Let me check. Yep, this is good. But I think I will glaze this area. Alright, I really like glazing, guys, so I hope it's alright with you. I'm gonna get my white, okay, just white. And I'm gonna use this to glaze this part because of perspective. I really want to suggest that this is it follows the rules of perspective as much as possible. So I'm just gonna glaze this part because it's like away from the eye of the looker or the looker, the viewer, I mean. So it's like that. By glazing it, you make the image quite blurry when it's distant, and even when it's near you, if it's being hit by the light, you also glaze that part to suggest light, of course. So randomly apply some dry brush or some dry brushing of white right here. Again, highlight. And then again, dry brush like that. It's like fading in the background because it's the distant part of the flower, at least from the viewer's point of view. So it's like that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now, since we have depth here, a lot of depth, so I think like, kind of don't like. Right, I just added some orangey colors. I'm gonna get my orange and then glaze the middle section. Like that. You may want to fix this because mine got a little weird. Okay, if I see things that's quite bugging me, I will fix it. But generally, we're done, and I think this is we did a good job actually. So I'm gonna use my white just to clean things because it's quite. I really don't like paints outside my line. Right. Again, if something bothers me after this video, I'm gonna correct it myself and show you. But then this is basically done. I have nothing else much to tell you to do here. Just fixing maybe some areas that are not really right perspective wise. Just highlight and darken it, depends on if you want more depth or if you want more light. So I think we're done. I'm just gonna add more white. Crazy guys, crazy artist.
All right.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I really like this one. Oh my gosh, after all that detailing that really stressed me out a bit, to be honest, I'm gonna sign this now. And I'm just gonna use my black and signing it, and probably I'm gonna sign right here. We're done. We're done, guys. So I hope you enjoy this one. Gosh, I hope you enjoy this one. I told you it will be a beginner type of thing, but then it turned out I had to do a lot of detailing because I just obsess over detailing every time I paint. So I hope you enjoy this one still. And if you like this video, like this and share this with your friends. Let them know that I exist. And see you in my next video. Love you.